And he's going up for an aerial, gonna do a flippity loopity loola. Right now, they must and the shot goes wild and no one moves on. Daddy, we're going to the store. No, really, we're gonna get demoed. Well, King Blue, king of the pitch. Take that. Superior German engineering. I have my hammer, and that's all I need, because I'm Reinhardt, Reinhardt, Reinhardt! What song do I use? Kids like trap or techno. Weeb stuff. Kids like weeb stuff. Kids like weeb stuff. And welcome to the Frontline Gaming Community's Summer Draft Series Week 2. I am Hail Monkey Man, and I'm brought to you with so much excitement, so much thrill, and of course, alongside my fellow amazing bow-tied caster, Rainstorms. Rainstorms, how are you doing this weekend?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to see our second week of play.
Yeah, it's going to be a big one. We had a lot of gameplay, obviously, that everyone got to see just a moment ago from last week. We had people that went 2-0, people that went 0-2, people that are still trying to figure themselves out, only had to play one or so, and a lot more competition going forward. And we're starting off big with the Avalanche versus the Knights. And this is a pretty big matchup to really start off with. Leading off for the Avalanche, we have Jordan Rosart, a last-minute pickup out of our free agency, and of course the captain of the Avalanche, the False Cube. Now, a little bit of a dichotomy going on because the Knights themselves starting off week 2 strong at 2-0, but they are a man down and having to reach into the free agency as well with Smooth Justice as their captain, Baby D, and Odin as their free agency pickup. This one is going to be a little bit weird.
Yeah, and in the first week, the Knights really proved themselves. They were going up 2-0, but a lot of those were reverse sweeps and where they were almost one game away from losing, and they came back to win 3-2 in their best of 5 series.
Yeah, definitely. It's if you think about it, they have one of the toughest starting schedules of the entire league. 2 weeks in a row, 2 weeks, getting two double headers, and so defining over half their season in a quicker amount of time than anyone else. And so they could end up 2-2, could end up 4-0. It depends on how this third works out. And so we're gonna see if they can actually overcome a little bit of a adversity with just a random pickup. And the Avalanche are kind of having to do the same with Rosart. The strength of these pickups may determine this match on the outset immediately. And so, who do you see being in favor? Are we just kind of like at a stalemate at this one?
It's hard to see with these two free agency pickups. We haven't seen them play, and so we don't know what kind of dynamic they're going to bring to the teams. But if I had to put my support behind one team right now out of the outset, I'd place my support behind the Knights because in two separate series, they've shown that when the cards are stacked against them, they're not going to quit and they're not going to go down easily.
Well, definitely, they know how to fight through every bit of a struggle and obstacle. So let's go ahead and get down to the field and, start this fight off right. We have the Knights versus the Avalanche. It is going to be on Manfield Snowy, and it is going to be real. We have everyone already set and ready to go. Can Jordan lead the Avalanche to another Week 2 victory? Jordan started off strong. BBD is going to be receiving from the corner. Rosart immediately trying to get into the play. False Cube, captain of the Knights, has not played yet this, or not the Knights, but the Avalanche has not played yet this season. But they've only had one game, so I can't really fault him for it yet. Smooth Justice applying some pressure. Odin is going to be probably playing back a bit as their third, as Baby D. And oh, goodness gracious, not able to grab it. Jordan starts us off strong.
Odin just gets caught in the corner here, and you want to see him jump off of that a little bit earlier, but I think he was a little bit caught coming around that corner, and he couldn't separate from the wall.
Well, definitely Baby D and Smooth Justice are already seeing a little bit of growing pains. They've got to practice with him for maybe all of half a week. So we're going to see what they can do here. Smooth Justice going for a quick strike, and it just goes off the sidewall instead. Baby D unable to get a touch and kind of messing up Rosart. So getting in his way. Oh, and this nearly hits off the post again. Jordan keeping it in the field of play. Two defenders stuck in net, and Odin able to get the clear. Smooth Justice following up, sending it back downfield as False Cube is able to actually center it up for Baby D, and Baby D met in the sky by Jordan. Another 50-50 up to the ceiling again. Avalanche has a high-octane offense that sets around Jordan, but Jordan knows how to spread the love. And he has not yet played with these two, at least in terms of in regular series play. But Rosart now getting in and getting goal number 2.
Yeah, this is a fantastic redirect. False Cube passes it up, and Rosart takes advantage of that, gets it right past Odin, and we're already seeing some of the free agency picks really bring their A game.
Definitely. Have a few people talking about the server. We may have to check that out as we go along, but for right now, it is okay. Smooth Justice taking it to the corner. He's going to try and ride it up to the middle, but Baby D was in a backwards rotation. Can't really catch it like that. He will catch it, though. Send it back center. Rosart following up. Smooth Justice now out to Baby D. Baby D and Odin caught up together. Odin having to rotate back. False Cube, centering it up. It goes over Jordan's head, and now a back rotation. Baby D's going to try and get a nice flick off the wall, at least apply some pressure. Gives it over to Odin. Oh, that goes a little bit narrow, and Smooth Justice with the third touch. He was immediately shut down by Cube. Jordan's going to try and follow this as Odin went to his own crossbar. Baby D meeting in the midfield. Odin trying to chuck it up to the captain of these Knights. They're having to put on their winter pelts, their woollier armor. See what they can do as they face off against his high-octane Avalanche. Jordan flicking it over to members of the Knights. As Rosart is now going to clump this one down to the corner. Cube and Odin. A lot of 50s. A lot of just kind of even out Avalanche are ahead, but it just seems like every time we meet in the midfield, it just kind of just hits the ceiling, goes neutral. With a lot of stellar play here, and Cube able to make the best out of it as they now go up 3-0.
Yeah, a lot of touches here in front of the net, but a lot of offensive pressure from the Avalanche means that Knights just can't clear that.
Cube was able to make the best out of so many different hits, just kind of collaborating into that little post on the side. And now the Knights kind of find themselves in a deeper deficit. Oh, Baby D applying as much pressure as he can, just somersaulting it right into the faces of all of these Avalanche snowmen. Now, it's all for naught as the Knights are left reeling. And another shot goes wide as Jordan was trying to knock Odin out of net. Trying to follow up on it again. Jordan with the no touch, Smooth with the clear. Continuing to rotate on this corner. A dunk. Oh, and an own goal will spell doom in goal number 4.
Yeah, a lot of great passing from Rosart here, pinching it off that corner, and False Cube with the excellent read just puts it completely out of reach of any Knights defenders.
It's getting a little bit too much for our Knights. They're shivering in their armor, trying to make sure it doesn't rattle too loud to let the Avalanche know how cold it is for them on their side. Jordan now with the long clear. He's going to get a second touch, maybe a third. It won't matter. He's going to put it in anyway. Making it look all too easy.
And we still have some game time to go, but Avalanche is taking this game very easily. And you got to wonder how much of this is due to lack of practice with their new teammates.
Jordan now lifting this up. Rosart's going to have to rotate back and let Cube go over to it. Smooth Justice driving this one downfield. Baby D is going to try and get a shot on net. It goes to the upper 90, and Odin is going to roll this one in.
Knights getting their first goal here, and it comes off of a little post abuse there, and it goes right to the front bumper of Odin for the easy goal.
We're going to see if these Knights can recover at all. They may be treating this one like a kind of throwaway game just to get a little bit more comfortable with one another. These Avalanche seem to be very, very comfortable for the time being. Finding warmth in the chilly winterland that is a snowy Manfield. Now they're just applying pressure. Rosart taking off of Cube. Jordan is in quick ball chase. Doesn't really have to do too much with it. He can play around with the ball. He can aerially out to midfield, and Rosart with the no touch, sadly. But Cube's going to follow it. Oh, to Jordan. Jordan going for the doink, and he can't quite grab it.
A lot of superior aerial skills shown pretty early on here from Avalanche.
Ooh, definitely, but the Knights are no slouches here. Odin able to take it up from the low corner, lifting it, and both Baby D and Smooth Justice going for the shot. Smooth able to bury it as far as he can.
Surprising they didn't hurt each other on that double commit.
Jordan getting another shot, and just when you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, Jordan brings back the darkness.
And that's just unfortunate to see for the Knights. Just going up, easy redirect from that face-off. Jordan's in the perfect position to direct that right to the net.
Smooth Justice and company are going to have some work to do as we go into this series. The Avalanche are able to just let the land slide and let it go. We don't want to start off things with a 3-0 sweep, but I'm sure the Avalanche will be quite comfortable with letting that happen. Less than 30 seconds remain now. Jordan catching this clear from Baby D. He's going to get a second touch, won't get a third. Odin is going to dangerously bring it past net. I think maybe Baby D thought he was going to do a team pinch. That did not manifest. Rosart with the ill-advised backwards flip, and Smooth Justice unable to capitalize on it. A false cube. We'll get one more for the Gipper as we end game number 1.
Of course, why not? You've already shown that you're a very capable scoring team. Why not just add some more onto that in the last seconds?
Congratulations to the Avalanche as they go through game 1 rather easily, and we'll take this first game without much sweat. We're having a lot of different reports from our teams. Maybe they want a server reroll, and so we'll have to be checking on that here soon. But for right now, let's go ahead and talk about just the utter dominance that are this Avalanche. So it just seems like there's nothing that the Knights were able to do in game number 1 at all.
No, and it seemed that a lot of that was due to the superior aerial skills and passing for Avalanche, especially from Jordan. A lot of different opportunities in net were created off of his bumper. And that's something that we want to see a little bit more going forward with the Knights, especially from between maybe Odin and Smooth Justice, getting that new teammate dynamic a little bit more stable as we go into the next few games.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way to kind of shut him down. It was coming from all sources, and I don't know exactly what the Knights are gonna be able to kind of do to make up for I don't know, just a lack of. You see both sides with their personnel changes. You should be even, but I think maybe the better pickup came about through the Avalanche. And so they gotta get in Jordan's face, they gotta get in Cube's face, and it's just I don't know if they can have 3 different arms to go 3 different directions to maybe shut this down. It's going to be rough for them.
But if the Avalanche do take this to a 2-0 lead, the Knights have seen this territory before. They're no strangers, and you can't do it forever, but you wonder if they've got another reverse sweep in their engine.
Having to do a reverse sweep of their own, possibly. But right now, Rosart immediately applying pressure. Odin with a long miss. Baby D is going to have to dribble this out. Cube trying to find that middle zone between the defensive rotation of the Knights. And Jordan immediately trying to lay it in. Baby D with a nice save, and Smooth Justice with a good long clear out afterwards. Baby D following up. He's going to try and center this. Oh, ends up kind of going past it. This is one of those things where it creeps up the wall and you just kind of lose your handle. Smooth Justice may have to take up the reins of dealing with this Jordan attack. Didn't mean to get you excited about saying Reigns. I know that's kind of up your alley.
Yeah, my ears perk up a little bit.
Oh, and Smooth Justice getting our first goal of game number 2.
Yeah, a little unfortunate from the false cube and that mishandle there. Unfortunately, it goes right up the wall, and a great little center for Smooth Justice.
False cube and company caught a little bit unawares, and immediately starting off how they need to, the Knights bring game number 2 to their own. Baby D, though, dropping this one over to Cube, and Smooth Justice left alone in net. Oh, Jordan and him neutral it out, back to the corner. Odin with the miss. Odin is going to have to kind of focus up and at least get touches on this ball if he's going to be playing a lot more third-man defense.
Yeah, there seemed to be a little bit of emergency rotation there in the zone for Knights, and
the false cube capitalizing on Baby D, unable to grab the ball in this juncture.
Yeah, a little 50-50 from Jordan and Odin, and it goes perfectly to false cube as he does a great job of placing his car in the perfect position. Baby
D is going to be wanting that one back. He was in position, but was unable to jump at the right time. But Smooth Justice immediately taking a shot from the start, and it just gets dabbed away by Jordan. They're not letting up, though. The pressure remains. Jordan is without boost, and he is a madman with it. So without, I don't know, a sane man? Not sure. Everyone is up. Oh, and this was an open net. Jordan sent it wide. He's going to be wanting that one back.
Yeah, curious that Avalanche couldn't take advantage of a 2-on-0 breakaway, but that's unfortunately a very good break for the Knights.
Sometimes you get that blizzard blindness, no matter how used to the snow you are. And Baby D 15 with Jordan stalling that attack. That's what the Knights are going to need if they're going to be able to pull this one out. Just something to just rattle the cages on this Avalanche. Really just kind of shake them out of their pattern of offense. Ooh. This one goes flying past at least one Avalanche defender, but Smooth Justice is going to take up the mantle of responsibility. Jordan dunking that past Odin, and this will creep in from Cube.
This is great team play from Avalanche. First, you have the inlaid pass from Rosart, and Jordan sending it away from Odin off that wall, and no Knights defenders are back for false cube to just side roll that one in.
Have to be able to guard both posts. They need to get those clears, and they can't just let Jordan and company kind of roll over them. It's those off touches that will run you ragged, and this one's still slowly jumping towards the Knights' net, and they're just able to get it out of there, sweating through their helmets. Oh, this one's gonna be from Odin to Smooth, and Smooth just gets met by Jordan again. Odin was going for the third touch and couldn't. Now Jordan demoed out of the equation, deleted entirely. Baby D dropping off to Odin. Odin's gonna try and carry. He might want to leave it to Smooth Justice, but no, gets the flick. Oh, and he couldn't follow up on the dunk.
A little sad. Great flick from Odin, but no teammates to back him up there and press on.
Seems like Smooth was waiting in the wings, and then he was just kind of surprised that Odin was able to make that much out of a bad situation. Odin, with the no touch here as it's going backwards. No touches from any defenders until Odin comes back to it. Cube is going to try and send this one up. Jordan's going to take it from the backboard. Oh, but no slam there. Rosart, though. Oh, and Odin is in good place. He is being at the right place at the right time right now, and that's what these Knights need. Smooth is going to follow up on it. Cube is going to drive it in from the corner, and Odin doing work now. Being the pickup that the Knights need to stay in this game. They're still down by 1. So there's some life left just to exist in this competition. Oh, this is going to be a nice center. Oh, actually goes wide from the false cube. A good aerial that just goes awry. Jordan will be carrying this as he runs sideways with it. Less than a minute now. Oh, Baby D getting obliterated on defense. Rosart trying to follow up from this. Oh, and this just creeps past everyone like a missile shot.
Yeah, false cube threading the needle here, especially he gets it past the first defender, Smooth Justice, and then who was that? That was Baby D, who just couldn't get all of it. Got a piece of it, but sent it back in.
Most definitely. They were in position, they were right there, and they just couldn't nab it. It was, it went between so many people. Smooth Justice just getting punished for no reason as he's unable to get that barrel roll. Oh, but this one is a nice attack. Oh, spinning himself out of the way, unable to make the grab. Odin now sending this one up, and thankfully there was another defender in the way, but not in the way of this one.
Yeah, great little goal here from False. There's a lot of 50-50s that are sending this ball up, and False Cube jumps up. No defenders are able to get high enough in time, so just a nice slam dunk.
The Knights are still recoiling with less than 30 seconds remaining. 3 goals seems like quite the mountain to climb, and the Avalanche are just going to keep throwing their snow down that mountain. Going to make it even tougher for them to do anything about it. Over to Rosart from False Cube. Rosart taken out after a bit of frustration. Maybe he's going to try and get this clear, but Jordan is just going to play the ball as much as he can. Knights will go down by 2 as the Avalanche are looking at a 3-0 sweep going into game number 3.
Yeah, and you said that a 3-0 sweep wasn't what you were looking for in the first series of this week, but we might just have that on our hands.
Smooth Justice, of the captain of the Knights, is asking for a server reset, so we will take a brief momentary break to reset this server, as he apparently was having a few bits of packet loss. We saw it at the beginning of the game, so not exactly a bad thing to do. So, looking at the Knights that they are right now, obviously these are not the Knights of old, or at least the Knights of week 1. These are a completely different team. They're using their last pick of Baby D and then a pickup from the free agency, and it is just not working out for them. And in contrast, our Avalanche using their number 1 pick, their captain, and then what seems to be a very stable pick out of the free agency.
Yeah, Rosart has definitely shown that he can step into this team and provide a good dynamic with his passing and his offensive pressure. For the Knights to win even one game at this point, much less a reverse sweep, they're going to have to really focus on their rotation, especially back in their own defensive zone. Lots of double commits, lots of miscues between defenders that are leading to easy opportunities for the Avalanche to score and score a lot. And so they need to stop the bleeding somehow.
Yeah, they're gonna. It's just a defensive miscue after miscue. We saw Odin really get in there, and he was able to do a little bit, and that's what's kind of stymied the attack for a good portion of the game. It was not as head over heels as game one was in the 7-2, but it wasn't enough, at least to this point. And so they're gonna have to rely or do more than just having Smooth Justice getting in there on offense, which we saw more of Odin able to get a few flicks and whatnot, but it's not playing out well for them. And that's honestly, time and practice could make that work better, but for right now, they don't have that. They're kind of up the mountain without a Sherpa.
Right.
Is that a saying? Is that a thing? I think.
It's not, but we can make it one. But
I'm up for it. Yeah.
Yeah. But definitely, I think that a little bit more practice between their new teammate, because Odin isn't just some random person that they picked up who we've never seen play before. We saw a lot of his work in the combines, and Odin played just fine. And so we know that he can be a great player and a great asset to any team that he's on. We just need to see a little bit more practice, I think, between him and his teammates on the Knights for maybe a little bit of that dynamic to really flesh itself out.
Right now we're dealing with slight technical difficulties as we get the this next game going up. For some reason you gotta love how servers are gonna be like difficult to work with. I don't know. There's nothing you could do with them. We're bound by the technical restrictions that is Rocket League, which we love. It's all heart to you, but we gotta be able to adjust and overcome when the time comes.
Yeah, we're having server issues just finding.
Let's see if we can do this again. Unable to connect to game server. Loving it. GV. This is so good. I know that you guys love staring at our faces, so I'm going to give you something better to look at. It is this current roster. So
yeah, the players are able to join, just not the casters. So you want to call a game blind?
I mean, so this is what I'm going to say. Jordan scoring. Oh, look, Cube scored. The Knights maybe scored. Tune in at 11. Is it?
Imagination is the best caster.
Let's see. Let me know if you're able to make it in. I'll just pretend I know what's going on. Unable to connect to game server. Well, for the time being, I'm gonna give everyone a bit of intermission music while we figure this out. our server might actually be up, which is looking good for us. My goodness, it's a windy day. We reset the server. We made sure that everyone could actually get in. Oh, goodness gracious. So, let's get back down to the field. Oh, currently, the Avalanche are sitting pretty atop the mountain. A 2-0 current series win ratio against the Knights. The Knights did not bring their wolven pelts and have not brought enough fire to weather the storm so far, but can they fight through the blizzard? And I can't think of any more wintry puns. Beat these abominable snowmen? Is that a good one, I think? Yeah?
But as we said earlier, if any team is able to come back from an 0-2 deficit, it would be the Knights, because they've shown that twice already, going up 2-0 in their series record, all from reverse sweeps. And so this is definitely a team that's proven that they can do it, but at some point your luck's got to run out.
Definitely. They know how to lay the siege and survive the siege. Now, are they going to be able to just overcome and topple the mountain? It's more of an aggro crag at this point.
Apple Pie Hunter says the Knights have gone cold. So here's looking at you, Apple Pie.
We have everyone back, and we're hopefully going to be able to do this the right way. People are already losing packets, and it's already a fantastic time in Wintertown, but who cares? We're here, we're going to do this, and it's game number 3, baby, between the Avalanche and the Knights. Jordan's going to follow up quickly, and Odin switching out from Batmobile into Octane. Maybe a change of pace, a change of lace, getting the different boots sewn on. Odin with a long strike, drawn off 2 defenders. Odin trying to go back for it as well, and Rosart with a second defensive stalwart stance.
Yeah, and early on it might look like that change from Batmobile to Octane might have done him a lot of good, as he gets 2 really great shots just saved from the last defender's back for the Avalanche.
Baby D missed out on what was almost a free goal. He pre-jumped just a little too early. But now the counterattack from these Knights. Oh, Odin, just a little lack of a touch, but Baby D's going to be there to be big brother. Cube's going to try and go for the dunk. Odin can't grab it, but it went wide. Luckily for these Knights, they're still in it to win it. Still less than a minute in so far. Baby D and Chase. Oh, able to deflect it, and that goes off 2 separate sides of the net. Smooth Justice now trying to recoil, send this back and away. Scared as heck. Cube dropping it over to Rosart. Rosart over, actually denying it from his buddy Jordan. Jordan with the shot, and Smooth Justice shutting it down. Baby D just trying to get it out of the blue end. Oh, this is going to cross sections real fast. Odin hopefully going to get a flick on it. 50s with Rosart. Rosart finding the back line. And Jordan finishes the job.
Lots of back and forth early on. You think the Knights are a little bit more cautious of their defensive rotation so that they don't lose out, but Jordan gets this nice little lob, puts it out of the reach of Smooth Justice.
Oh, they were doing so well. They were flying, just throwing their cars as fast as they could, every which direction. Smooth Justice bumping out to Baby D, but Baby D was not able to get it before Rosart centers it up. Jordan out to false Cube. Cube sends this hard and high. It's a pinch of his own, just straight to the ceiling. Smooth Justice with a drop to Odin. Rosart with the long clear. He's going to be working this from the air. Jordan is going to be doing the same. Oh, but they're waiting for their captain to come by and finish up the deed, and he was not there to be their third. Oh, Smooth Justice dropping it to Baby D. Baby D trying to get it, but he goes for the crossbar instead. Rosart's going to try and dribble. Smooth Justice again, taking all the responsibility onto his shoulders, trying to see what he can do. This one is flying a little bit too high, but it's going to go to Odin instead. Keeping up the pressure over to Baby D. Baby D maybe to Odin. Oh, and Odin ends up flipping it back.
A lot of great passing, though, early on from the Knights, which is something that we haven't seen, which is normally their usual selves, but it's been absent in these first 2 games.
Odin with a good denial, backflips while going forward, just able to get in that lane, that shooting lane. Oh, but no one got in Cube's lane. He finds that angle.
False Cube right here with a little bit of boost stealing on the Knights' end is able to turn right around and use all that boost to rocket this shot in the upper 90.
Whew. those are the ones that you can't stop. As soon as it's just coming out of the corner, it is just too fast, too soon, and the Knights now quickly facing down a very, very short barrel as the sweep is more and more possible to occur. Jordan meeting Odin's center, trying to just keep it on the Avalanche's side for once. Playing all defense all the time, and they can't get this offense going.
Great little attempt to keep that in from Jordan, but unfortunately, no teammates there to back him up on that.
This is a lot of just either 2-man or 1-man pressures from the Avalanche, and then a lot of long rotations to try and kind of, you know, keep the fight going. They don't really have to do too much at this point. They have really nothing to lose. Even if this game somehow were to drop, they feel confident in taking it into a game 4 if possible. But with 2 up, a minute and a half remaining, less now, I think their confidence is on the rise. Baby D, you have to take it from Smooth. Rosart taking advantage of lackluster commitment. Odin, going high and missing it from the ground. I do that all the time. I really do.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of cases where Avalanche is just going way back in their own zone. And do you think they're turtling a little bit to ensure the win? Maybe a little bit less fond of going aggressive, serving up easy chances for the Knights to maybe come back?
Oh, most definitely. If they know exactly what the Knights were able to do last week. The Cube himself doing work. They took that long rotation. They only had to send out maybe 1-2 people. 2 guys can sit back, see what the other man can do, and they are just doing it how they want. Cube, sending 3-0.
Great little pass off to himself from that 50-50.
Sometimes those are the best passes, is the ones that you know the direction it's going anyway. The Knights are going to be looking to recoil after this series if it does not improve for them in the final few seconds. They have another matchup later today, and that's going to be the difficulty of their current schedule. 4 games in a matter of 2 weeks, one of the toughest in the entire league. Odin trying to drop this off. It's going to go to Baby D instead. No, Rosart will grab it and send it back to Cube. Cube trying to center it up over to Jordan, but I think they're just working on passing plays. This is more of a practice for them than it is anything else. Rosart and Jordan nearly pinching it in. Cube just making it look all too easy.
And Avalanche's, you gotta wonder if they're practicing all of this just for future matches because they've got the win well in the bag. But False Cube, once again, able to rocket it up in that upper 90, which seems to be a favorite spot for him going into this.
Hey, if you can find the upper 90 in any which direction, it just makes it that much easier to score. Odin, given the defeated roll, trying to just take it out. And the Avalanche will sweep the Knights in our very first series of week number 2.
Kind of sad to see, but unfortunately you're right. This was the first game of the week and 3-0.
It's just one of those things where you have teams that are preset, but then sometimes schedules get in the way, and even when you pick up a free agent, it's a kind of a luck of the draw thing. You know how they play, but you don't know how they play with you. But we're gonna be facing another series that hopefully will be a little bit more balanced, a little bit more fast-paced, and it's gonna be the Nova versus the Bandits. Bantho and company are ready to make amends for their week 1 loss to the Tsunami, but the Bandits are looking to improve from their 0-2 start as well. It is defeated versus defeated as we go into our next matchup.
Bandits being one of the team that was reverse sweep by the Knights in week 1. Looked like a lot of offensive pressure was seemingly taken care of by the Knights, and you wonder if they've maybe worked on their game plan at all to ensure a little bit easier success going into week 2.
Well, definitely we're going to get to see. It's going to be Banger Boy, Bags, and Cisco. Saw them at the scrimmages the middle of this week, but we're going to see if Jeffersuck, Insanities, and Plamato, a slightly different lineup without their captain Bantho, can overtake them anyway. We'll see you in about 5 minutes before this next game starts up. And welcome back to the Frontline Gaming Community's Summer Draft Series, week number 2. I'm Hail Monkey Man, and I'm now brought to you with the one, the only, the not, the Cronoli, Phoenix.
I'm changed. I'm reborn. I'm a new man.
He is reborn from this crazy, like, little odd person-shaped cream chocolate puff thing into a beautiful butterfly. Bird.
Yes.
Bird.
A fiery, beautiful butterfly from a delicious Italian dessert.
Yes, like an Italian butterfly dessert wafer.
Yeah.
I don't.
Let's go
Yeah.
with
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So currently we got an amazing matchup going on right now. Ignore that timer. It is going to be the Nova versus the Bandits. We have the Jeffersuckus, Insanities, and Plamato. A change of pace. Bantho is not with us, but it's going to be Insanities instead. And they're going to be versus a kind of a freshened up lineup with the captain of the Bandits, Banger Boy, alongside Bags, who was the hero of last week, even if they didn't win any games, and their boy Cisco instead of Ema. So Toast and Ema taking the bench, and it's going to be Banger Boy, Bags, and Cisco. So what do you think about this lineup? Do you think it's stronger one way or the other? Give me your thoughts.
Anything with Bags on it's pretty strong, but that doesn't always give you the win. Just having one strong player. I know Banger Boy's pretty good, and I know Cisco are pretty good, and that kind of seems like a scary lineup right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I know the Suck, Insanity's really good, and Plamato, whatever he was.
Tomato. Yeah.
Tomato, Plamato, whatever.
Yeah.
He's pretty good himself. So, but I don't know. I think the Bandits might have this. Hopefully not a sweep. I don't think they're going to get swept, but I think the Bandits do have this in the bag.
We've already seen one sweep today. Kind of, I'm not going to say that it was expected, but I'm going to say that we were expecting something like it with there being 2 free agents on the field, and it's going to go one way or the other, especially with the Knights taking one of their back lineups, and it just wasn't the most amazing kind of concept of team that they could have provided. And so they're going to have to go back to the drawing board, especially because they're going to be facing off later today, and I feel for them right now because they have a very strong team. They were able to show that they could live through the storm, and it just last week anyway, and it just didn't play out this week.
Yeah, last week they won 2-0. I mean, they had their defense, and I think I said the word defense way too many times when we were watching their games. And today it was just a mess. It would look like someone mixed 13 different kinds of Play-Doh and then balled it up and smushed it. And then it was wrong. It was all wrong.
Yeah, but the Nova are also looking to bounce back. They were our very first sweep of the season as they got swept by the Tsunami on home turf. Well, hopefully, it's going to be, I don't know. Actually, they were on Tsunami's home turf. So it's a little bit tough for them. They had to go deep under the sea. But maybe being way out in space is going to help them out a lot better as they're going to be taking on the Bandits at home field in Starbase. Not Starbase Arc. Well, I guess, is Starbase Arc the same thing? We're not in the Octagon. We need to put it that way. We're not going to face off in like some kind of weird juncture like that. But we're going to go ahead and start us up. We're going to get the Nova versus the Bandits. Can Cowboys survive in space? I'm not sure.
Cowboys in space. That's Han Solo.
It is Han Solo. It's Han Solo versus us astronauts. 3 Han Solos.
3 Han Solos versus 1 Han Solo?
Yeah. Insanity's taking up the wall. Banger Boy immediately denying him. For those of you that don't know, Insanities and Banger Boy used to be on the same team a whole bunch of different times. I don't know why I see that word over there. That's an interesting word. Anyway, Insanities from the back corner. Cisco, we got to see a scrimmage in the middle of this last week. Oh, as Cisco, Bags, and Banger Boy put up a very tough and stern showing against our casuals. And I'm wondering if they're going to be taking that as a good learning point and just continuing to do the same thing. Oh, a nice save by Plamato, and Insanity's going downfield. He just has to hit an open net, and guess what he does?
It was an amazing pass by Banger. It just, the rest of the team went in for the save, and that just left Insanity to walk down the field with the ball.
Got a little bit overconfident, and they were going for that midfield passing play, but 2 people committed to it instead of just 1. That is not good. You need to have a third following up around the back end. Thomas Jefferson and Insanities immediately heading up on the kickoff. Insanities does a lot of good duels and solo play, and has been able to translate that into some fantastic series play in our separate leagues. So I'm looking forward to what more he can do, especially alongside our man Thomas Jefferson and Plamato, who had a few good strikes going into our series, even with the sweep last week. Banger Boy, 15 with the suck. Bags passing off to Banger Boy, and then it just kind of goes wide. Cisco is a good third man, playing it over to Banger Boy. Banger Boy grabbing it, but it goes high again. Bags keeping it in the field of play. He had 8 goals in a matter of 4 games against the Knights whenever the Bandits last played them, and that was just, it was a field day. But Banger Boy doing work
able
now.
to thread the needle, because it was very close to being a save. Banger just puts it right on top, and the only thing that Jefferson can do is try and save it, but he hits it against the post.
Ooh, that's one of those where the math just checks out, hits him at like a hard 45 or 70-degree angle. I don't know, I forgot my protractor, but Banger Boy might let me borrow his. Oh, and Bags misses, and Thomas Jefferson will go up 2-1.
Oh my, he just comes back with a resort. He just comes in, and Bags can't get there. Banger's too far off, and starts off with a kickoff goal.
Found that line in the defense as they immediately came off kickoff on that backwards defensive rotation, and just everyone extending their arms couldn't quite grab it. Now, Thomas bringing it up from the sidewall. Cisco getting bullied and jammed by the suck man, and Plamato unable to capitalize on it. Ooh, Bags. No, Cisco taking out Insanities as Bags continues the attack. This one's gonna drive high and kind of go nowhere. A little bit of a love tap from Insanities to Plamato, and that's gonna spell good stuff for Plamato.
What a flick by Plamato. Look, the defender comes out to challenge it a bit too early, and just flicks it right over him.
Insanity giving a good little bump there to help his teammate out too.
Oh man, that gave him a little bit of extra speed, and Thomas Jefferson getting Plamato a pat on the back. These Bandits are ready to do some work. You know that they are not happy at going 0-2 in week 1. I don't think anyone would be happy about that. And so they're trying to just drive home their anger, the fury. At least taking a good hard look at game number 1 of this series and just taking it, making their own. Cisco and company just trying to get it out of their own corner, and right now it is not happening. Thomas Jefferson putting it wide, and a little bit too wide. Thomas Jefferson, oh, getting carried. Bags with the flip, putting it up to his boy Banger, and Insanity's left all alone. 2-man defense, 2-man attack, and Bags puts it away.
What a passing play between Bags and the Banger Boy there. Look, Banger goes up, hits it up, Bags can read it immediately and just beats Insanity the ball before he can get there.
That all started with Bags doing some nice primo dribbling service and able to bang it up to his buddy, who then banged it back to him, and boom, Diata 1-2-1-2 score.
I can't imagine Insanity's feeling too good about all this right now.
Oh no, you know that they were probably trying to all drive to be on the same team, but Insanity's ain't in a bad position either. Oh, Thomas Jefferson, he's left going backwards, now going forwards, and that one's creeping in, and we are equalized at 3.
They let it hang in from the net way too long. Plamato misses, Jefferson is in no position to save it, and Banger just reads the corner and puts it right in.
Oh no, 2 men there, and they just couldn't get there. Well, we were at a 3-1 2-goal deficit in favor of the Bandits, and now we're just all evened up at 3. Banger Boy's gonna fly off the wall. Jefferson trying to get in the way, and Plamato with a good midfield defense. Bags is gonna play this back to the corner. Insanities, oh, jamming him. Cisco's just trying to get in the way. I like the color on Cisco's car. It's kind of got this, like, I don't know, Hotline Miami style going. It's pretty like 80s style. I like it. It's good.
I liked Smooth Justice car last game. It looked very snowy for the snowfield.
It was good, yeah. It did not help them. Maybe that's what actually played against the Knights. It was just the car color, car situation.
Yeah. You get in your opponent's heads using their home field to make your car look better.
Bags is trying to put this into the back of 2 defensive men from the Bandits, and now this is just driving hard. Cisco will take that pass and put it away and give them a lead.
Amazing offensive pressure between the two. You see the miss and he goes in. Cisco just waits patiently for his teammate to hand it to him.
Insanities was just pixels away and just, oh, just milliseconds away from flicking that upwards, and Cisco was able to just drive it over him and get that 1-0 lead now. Oh, but Banger is trying to put even more pressure on him. Insanity, Jefferson playing his own teammate Insanities as he was trying to go over top, and now it's 50 back onto the Bandit side. Jefferson looking to put this onto the backboard. He's drawing 2 defensive men from the Tsunami. Wait, I've been playing this the wrong direction. It's a Nova. God, I'm stupid.
It's all right.
Ignore what I've been doing. But don't ignore what Jefferson's been doing, as we're back even at 4.
I was gonna say that I felt the Novas were falling apart with this comeback, but the great bump by Insanity to get, who is that, Banger or Cisco out the way, and Jefferson just cleanly puts it in for his teammate.
That was a fantastic play. But now the Nova are still trying to find some kind of advantage here, and this is gonna come off the crossbar. Oh, no double dunk. Cisco though will put it back.
And Cisco has his boy Bags back. Look at that, just a slight miscalculation by Bags, and he just passes it up for Cisco. Insanity, again, just too far away to save it. Pixels away.
He's there and just unable to complete the motion. Oh, you've got to be feeling the tilt for him. 40 seconds remain. This has been a high-scoring affair if I've ever seen one. Motto. No, it's me, the Jeffersuck. Him and Banger Boy. That one was a wild spin of the camera. I got a little bit dizzy on it. Banger Boy with a nice long clear. Cisco's going to have to follow up. But Plumato's going to drive it under him. No. Cisco's going to keep up the attack. Jeffersuck trying to dribble. Oh, sending that Dominus straight into... I forgot what the name of that card is, but I like it. I've used that card before. Jefferson playing from the corner.
The Bandits are playing very smart, just heavily on defense right now, trying to drain the last 10 seconds of this clock.
Yeah, but Plumato's going to have nothing of it. He's going to keep hovering. Bags off to the corner again. Insanity's trying to center it up. Oh, it does not go as far center as he needs it, and that will hit the ground. Bandits will take it in game number 1.
And Bandits just stealing the victory straight from under Nova. I did not think the comeback was going to be that strong. Ooh. And Bags didn't even carry. I mean, he did, but he didn't have more goals than everybody else. He only had 1.
But the sheer amount of shots, look at that pressure. That is 12 shots to the Nova's 7, and that spells the pressure right there of what they were having to face. This is poor Nova squad, but the Bandits came out shooting hard.
Yeah, and the Bandits have more assists than Nova. I think their team plays were a lot better than Nova, except for a lot of those times I was watching the Bandits and 2 players were doing the same exact thing. It was like playing 2v3.
It's like playing 2v3, just like everyone's on point, kind of hive-minding themselves a little bit. I mean, if it works, it works. And Bags, of course, just leading the way. Banger and Bags honestly have been able to produce whenever they've been able to play alongside one another. And so didn't see as many high-flying, purely calculated passing plays, but each one of the Bandits was there to rebound, and they came back from a two-goal deficit to make this work. And it was back and forth the whole way.
They're quite impressive. I think I'm going to stick with my prediction. I know Insanity is probably full tilt by now.
I mean, at this point, wouldn't you? You're that close to stopping about 3 or 4 different goals, and it always was just over your head. Oh. But, hey, that spells good things for this Nova squad, as Insanities is trying his best, and they can rebound. Game number 1. We're gonna make this happen. And I love that golden car that Insanities is rocking today.
It is a nice car.
A golden Nova. Banger with the clear out from the backboard. Jefferson immediately trying to just drop it in. See what he can get out of these banditos. Insanities being patient, but unable as he actually works a little bit past it. And now all of the Nova is a little bit too far up. Insanities now without boost. He's got to play it slow. Drop it over to Plumato. Plumato gonna take the nice long clear, but already on defense. Banger Boy sighting that easily. Bangs it up to Cisco. Cisco dropping it to Bags. What a 3-man passing play that was!
That was amazing. Bags just pushing through their defense right there. And Cisco to Bags and right past Jefferson. Has no ability to stop that.
My goodness, what a full field passing play to witness. Loved it. But I'm sure the Nova did not. Thomas is going to try and pinch it from the ground. Oh, a nice one! Let the T-Rex roar as they get back to 1 apiece.
The Suck just putting it right where it needs to be, right over Cisco's head. I think he's getting back at him for the one they just scored on him.
My gosh. I love this scoring affair. It's always with you, Phoenix. You bring out the scores in people. I don't know.
I think I'm the high octane. I think I'm the good luck charm. Every time I cast, there's just too many goals to count.
Thomas is going to try and take this up from the ceiling. Maybe a ceiling shot, maybe just a ceiling touch. He goes a little bit far past. Dropping up to Plamato. Plamato, at least giving the press. Thomas Jefferson able to keep it up, and then he buries it himself after Plamato puts it back center.
And Jefferson just doing all the work today. I mean, Plamato had a great pass, but he's just finishing all these goals. Everything he's putting in.
Well, you didn't see, but Jefferson just kicked Banger Boy out of the net. Came back
didn't
around
see that.
and just slapped that ball right after Plamato was able to get it. Definitely doing the work for his team. Oh, now
The score is back and forth like ping pong. Bags just sinking it right over their heads.
Banger Boy took this out from the corner. Insanities did not get a really good grip of it.
Oh.
Plamato had the most brief moment of just hesitation, and that opened up half the net for Bags to score into.
I think we need an Insanity's rage meter. I think it just needs to go up every time a play goes poorly for him.
It's gonna hit like 100% and then just boil over. Out from the corner. Banger Boy not getting a good grip of it. Insanities puts it back in. Trying to deflect outwards. The Nova's on rebound now. Trying to go back onto defense as Thomas Jefferson was left on the back line. Insanities again left in net. Is this going to happen again? It will.
The Bandits are just coming with their A game right now. It's only 3 minutes, 30 seconds left, and already 5 goals.
2 cars just flipping on by, and Cisco able to be a nice pickup man in the back. Definitely good rotation out of these Banditos. Thomas Jefferson is going to probably opt for boost. He missed it. He'll be going back for it. Insanities and Thomas Jefferson a little bit out of rotation. This is going to go up to Bags. Bags with the no touch, but Cisco's going to jump it, and it goes in anyway.
Skisso just putting it right where it needs to be. Oh, perfect plays by these Bandits here. And if you don't mind, I think we're going to have a substitute caster come in for probably the rest of this game.
Oh, okay.
Just for a second, I think our friend Chill is going to come commentate for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds fine to me.
All right.
Chill, how are things going with you?
Things are doing pretty good. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but everything's working out just fine.
Okay. Well, hey, welcome to Starbase Arc, where so far
Thank you.
we have the Nova down against these Bandits as the Bandits are just laying in, pressuring shot after pressuring shot, and Cisco really showing out as both Bags and Banger Boy enable him to do the same, and Banger Boy gets a 5th goal.
Yeah, it seems like the Bandits have just been really trying to put the pressure on, and that really shows. It's the story of this game. The Bandits seem to have come from that game 1 loss or game 1 deficit and just rolled over the Nova.
The Nova seem to be in better sorts going into this one. They only have the one game played, the one loss against Tsunami after week 1, and the Bandits are just trying to prove that they deserve not that 0-2 that's on their current record. Oh, Bags again driving this into the corner. Thomas Jefferson taking it from east to west, coast to coast. Nothing doing though as Banger Boy is going to try and play it again. Double tap coming. Banger Boy. No, it's Bags.
Dang, Bag seems to be showing up this game. He only had 1 goal last game, but he's putting up the score with 3 goals this game. Hat-trick.
He's always involved in every single play. He's either bumping a guy out, making a pass, or shooting it himself. He's currently going for our MVP race. Bags is really high up there and enabling his team to recoil from what was a less than stellar start to this league. Oh,
Yeah.
Bags getting tagged though by Plamato. Insanities pre-jumping that one. What do you feel about the possible tilt, the possible frustration coming out of this Nova corner, especially from Insanities?
Yeah, I think Phoenix is right. We really should have an Insanity's rage meter. I think it'd be up at 100 right now. It doesn't seem like he's really doing anything. Seems to be back on his own half most of the time. I really hope we can see more from him in that team because it seems like he's just been failing to perform for the majority of this series.
Jefferson is going to take that one off. This should be an easy goal, and it is. They have time, 1.5 minutes worth of time to come back, and now a 3-goal deficit. Jefferson, it was just an like a great offensive pressure coming out of the Bandits, but a two-man commit leaves a huge lane open, and he takes advantage. 3 goals down. We've seen so much scoring that I'm not at all worried about the Nova trying to come back from this. But there's still some work to be done if they're going to. Well, Insanities could have gone for a fake. He loves doing those fake. And Jeffersuck delaying this entirely. Will we get a bouncer in? No! He hung there with all his boost like just a pinata. And now with a double touch of his own, puts it in from the left post.
Alright, so Phoenix is back, so he's gonna be taking over for me. Thanks for having me, boys.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here. Thomas Jeffersuck doing work for this Nova team. And they are now still just down 2. We have 10 goals in this game, Phoenix.
What? What happened? I leave for 10 seconds and we're at 10 goals?
Yeah, we're at 10 goals. Make it 11 as Bags puts it inside the right post.
What's going on here? Who's the monster? Jeffersuck has 4 goals. Bags has 4 goals. What's going on? I'm missing everything.
They heard that if you score in this game, it helps you win. I think that is the strategy both teams are going for.
Score to win. I've never heard of that strategy before.
Right? It's different. It's new. I love it.
I
Banger
think
Boy
you're onto something.
trying to drop it off to Bags, but it was 50 feet away. Plamato is going to try, maybe go for a steal and touch. No, he's just going to fly. Thomas Jeffersuck will roll it in from the ground.
Jeffersuck just being the MVP for the Novas. Unfortunately, he just needs to make 2 more and to catch up. He can't be doing all the work. I need Plamato and Sanities to start picking up their slack here.
Does he have all 5 goals right now?
He has all 5 goals for the Novas.
My goodness, he is playing like Bags of last week, just trying to take Plamato and Insanities to the peak of victory, but they're still down by 2. A little over 30 seconds remains now. Bags is going to drop it out to Cisco. Cisco to the near wall. Plamato has been camping out this boost for at least 5 seconds. It's a little weird to just have that be your highlight right there. Thomas Jeffersuck out to the middle again. It's going to go from one wall to the other. It's going to drop hard. Plamato with a nice flying pinch. At least is going to clear it out from their end. Thomas Jeffersuck, will it be all for naught? Will 5 goals not produce any victory? That's a rare stat indeed to have that many for one person and still be unable to win. Only 2 seconds remain, and if anything, you got to give it to Thomas Jeffersuck for trying to take that Nova to victory lane. But Bandits will go up 2-0 in this meeting.
Is this our highest scoring game so far?
This is 12 goals. 12.
I think both are. They're just performing out of their minds right now. Unfortunately, Jeffersuck can't be the carry. I need some work out of the other Novas. I need these astronauts to stop floating around in the gravity and get their boots on the ground and start making some goals.
13 shots to what? 8? But the Nova making it count every step of the way. Thomas Jeffersuck making it count every step of the way. And you're right. We need Insanities and Plamato to really just maybe they are enabling Thomas Jeffersuck to do what he does, but you've seen a lot of this is also just regular double touch game plays from Jeffersuck himself. And so we need to see more. We need to see Insanities be able to step up. You know his frustration levels are high. Plamato definitely with the assist is enabling Thomas Jeffersuck to get downfield and make these scores. And they need to shut down Banger Boy or Bags, one or the other. Banger Boy was MVP that round because he was able to get Bags in there every single time. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Plamato coming out with 3 assists for their 5 goals, and on the Bandit side, 7 goals and there's 7 assists total. I think the Bandits really have their stuff together right now, and the Nova's teamwork just isn't there.
Well, the Nova is facing another sweep. They would be our first team to get double sweeped between week 1 and week 2, and this is their only game of this weekend. I'm sure this is going to eventually start wearing on their minds. Plamato wasn't there as Insanities actually got an early touch. Insanities immediately getting demoed out of the picture. Plamato trying to drop it again. Let's go with a long, no, actually a short clear. It's going to go into Insanity's favor and hit Will. Nova just trying to find these little seams to trying to get between the defense. Cisco. Oh, Cisco deleted from the offense. Bags drops it up. Oh, Plamato was in rotation, and Insanities didn't go for the ball. And that makes for an easy first goal.
Milano just a little too far out. Insanity came out, thought he had it, and Banger Boy just says nope, and places it right out of both of their reach just to sink it right where he needs it.
Oh my goodness, Banger Boy just sending it long. These bandits, they came out and they are fully proving that week 1 was not up to par with how they usually perform. And Bags and Banger, this is going to be a tough combo to meet as we go into the rest of the regular season.
Yeah, I'm
Jefferson.
very
Woo. Oh, over to Bags. Banger Boy dropping it down low, and he gave it to either Cisco or Bags. It didn't matter who was gonna hit it. It got chopped right from the midfield, and bam, goal number 2.
Bags putting it right, or sorry, Banger putting it right in the middle, having 4 players go up, and luckily Cisco was just the first one up and got the goal out of it.
It is just not working out for these Nova. They have to shut down the midfield passing play, and they need to shut down the passing play in general. But Insanity's dropping it. Oh, he couldn't get it out from the corner back to center, and he couldn't get pressure onto Cisco now. Cisco's gonna grab it from Bags. No, Bags getting it himself. What a weird touch that was. Insanity's able
I think
to
he was going for a squishy goal there and just didn't make it in time.
Going for the highlight reels, just like our Avalanche were doing a moment before with the Knights. Cisco. Ooh, 50 by Insanities. Insanities will not follow up, but Jeffersuck will take the reins on this one. He's trying to get over to Plamato. What a wonderful pass, but what a wonderful save for his savior medal now. Bags on the counterattack. Him and Jeffersuck. Oh, just putting it in the middle.
Bags on no boost, just walks it past all of the Nova team and just puts it right in. Pushes through Jeffersuck, Insanity misses, and just taps it in.
Bags is one big bully he is. He took Jeffersuck, grabbed him by the face, and just pushed him away.
It was quite the casual goal.
It was. Very, very casual indeed. Banger Boy. Ooh, getting 50 by Plamato. Plamato taking it from the backboard. No! Oh, Jeffersuck unable to grab it. I think Plamato was going for the double dunk and couldn't grab it either. There is some pressure. There is still some life. 3 minutes left. Thomas Jeffersuck putting a shot on. It is easily grabbed by Bags. And Insanity's now. He's going to try and send it over to Plamato. Oh, baby! We got a competition now.
And we see Jeffersuck coming out doing what he needs to do like he did last game. Now, I have seen reverse sweeps before. Both games I commentated with the Knights. Both reverse sweeps. So maybe that spells good news for the Novas.
They were both reverse sweeps, but then they got stalled in game 3. Maybe we'll actually see one that it goes fully in favor of the one with the broom. Insanity. Trying to clear it out from the corner. Bags with a nice shot, and Thomas just trying to breathe some life into this Nova. Insanities again. He's going to take it off of Banger Boy, and Cisco with a long, hard clear. Will this just drop in? No! Thomas Jefferson with a good save.
Amazing save by Jeffersuck there.
Oh!
Oh!
Barely able to miss that one. Insanities with a nice floor touch. Banger able to get in his direction. Plamato. Oh, the good carry. Pass 2. All they have to get past his Bags now. Where is he? He's creeping behind the goal. And Thomas Jefferson pre-jumped that from space. I mean, they are in space, but you know.
He put on his helmet and thought maybe he'd get up there and find if he could see it.
Cowboy astronaut. Banger Boy.
Cowboy. Yeah, Han Solo.
Thomas Jefferson. Still playing in the midfield. The Nova are going to have to stop being just so passive. They have to strike downfield. That's just playing into the Bandits' favor. Oh, a nice touch. Nearly grabbed by Plamato as that one came off the ceiling. Insanities. He's having to wait on this one. Jefferson gets rid of Banger Boy, and now he's going to try and take it himself. Oh, is applying all this, like, man pressure just to stop the attack. And Cisco going to drop it off into the backboard. Insanities is going to arc it past Bags there to deny Plamato and Jeffersuck any kind of attack. A minute and 15 now. Bags, Banger Boy, and Cisco may try to just start slowing the pace down. All they need to do is play the clock. Neither. Okay, now that one hung for too long without any Nova person going on the attack. That was like a pinata, and no one had a stick to hit it.
I think the Novas have lost heart here in this game. I think they're giving up to the Bandits.
Don't give up.
Banger going for the highlight.
Never give up, never surrender, I say, especially when you're in space. Thomas Jefferson up to the corner again. He's trying to just do all the work himself. We have a
There's some kissing by Plamato and
goodness.
Bags there in the middle.
rule number 1 being observed, but that's not what the rule we need to observe right now. Just over 30 seconds left, and Insanities gets his first goal.
With Bags being stuck with Plamato, Insanity and Jeffersuck had some time to try and get this goal on their side. Maybe they can make it back in this last 30 seconds.
1 goal left. There is time. There's not a lot of time, but Insanities with the kickoff goal! Yes!
And there, Insanity finally doing some work. That's the Insanity that I wanted to see play today, coming in with the equalizer. But I don't know. Do you think they're gonna keep carrying this momentum and get the win and maybe have go on to a game 5?
You know what? I hope for the
4?
sake of competition and hope for the sake of Insanities that they do. And Thomas Jefferson and Insanities have been trying to do that 1-2 punch. Oh my goodness! Plamato finally giving the lead to the Nova.
The Nova is finally waking up. Look at this beautiful shot. Woo! Right where it needs to be, and we're going on to game 4.
Oh my
they
goodness.
are-
Hey, don't say it too
Oh.
early. We have
Oh,
23
yeah.
seconds remaining.
My bad. I thought we were in overtime for some odd reason.
It feels like overtime with the drama that's been building. Both the Suck and Insanities are stuck in the corner. Plamato. Oh no, he
Oh.
couldn't defend the corner. And
I cursed
Banger,
it.
you
Caster
did.
curse.
The
It's a
cast-
caster curse.
The caster curse. You were so close to not screwing them over, and now they're tied
Oh.
4-4.
I ruined it. Hopefully I don't watch this VOD back.
We're back, equalized at 4. The Suck over into Insanities. It's coming from the high corner. Can Insanities do something with it? He's dropping it up to Plamato. Plamato not able to get a grab. Oh no! Jefferson was out of position, but Insanities was there. No!
Oh, I'm so tensed up. This is so on edge, cutting edge action.
Jefferson over to Insanities. Maybe back to himself. Will we see game number 4? This is a tense overtime. Still stuck in game number 3. Bags is going to play the dribble, but Insanities gets a nice clear up into the high corner. Bags playing it backwards. There's no one to pass it to just yet. Cisco with the shot. The Jefferson able to get in the way.
Oh, great bump by Jeffersuck there.
Oh, we're stuck in the orange end. Can't get a shot off on it though. Bags was able to roll with it past their net. And now it's going to go past the net again. No. Suck will send it back high, but he is deleted from the equation. Insanity's getting knocked by his own teammate. Left with the minimum amount of boost, and now at absolute 0. Banger Boy is going to send it up high. Bags going for the shot. It's coming down from the ceiling. Here comes the dribble. Cisco is going to 50 it away from Insanities. Jeffersuck is going to try and play it slow and low. He's at minimum boost. Banger Boy now off to the Suck again. These shorter rotations, they're trying to keep half the field available at each moment. Oh, let's come from the low corner. Bags, possibly to himself again. Yes, Banger Boy will be in the wings waiting. Plamato actually centers it up and sends it over to Insanities. This is gonna fly, but it goes to the upper 90 and outside of it. Jefferson, his shot. It's gonna be hitting backboard, and there's a constant clearing sesh. Oh, but Bags is going for the shot. Coming from the backboard again. Cisco misses. He whips out. Plamato. He's going to try and carry it away. They are always keeping one man back, this Nova team. They know the rotation has to be there. Oh, what a dangerous touch that was. And unable to get one again just yet. Bags to Cisco. Cisco, no. He will not be able to grab it. Plamato getting bumped away by these banditos. Banger Boy to Insanities. The tension is building. Plamato again. Oh, deleting. Banger Boy constantly gone. Oh no, Cisco bumping Plamato. And now dribbling it past Thomas Jefferson. A little bit of out of rotation as Banger Boy sends it back to Bags. Thomas Jefferson from the ceiling. No one there on offense. Playing a 2-man deep and a 1-man up is this Nova. But that's not going to help if you can't get the touches. Oh no, but the save!
Jeffersuck with an amazing save. I know Bags thought he was going to have that one for sure.
Bags over to Jeffersuck. Jeffersuck taking it from the sidewall. Insanity's knows he needs to get up in the offense if they're going to have any chance of putting it away for themselves. Bags, no. Banger Boy to Bags, and it gets denied again. Cisco keeping the play alive. Jeffersuck sending it downfield. Jeffersuck's going to follow it. He's probably going to drop it off. No, it actually goes for, I'm going to say, a calculated whiff. Oh, it's taking the boost. Pomado 50s away from Bags. Insanities from the high corner, seeking retribution. Pomado chasing after this now as the Suckman is going to constantly be involved. Pomado taking it away from Cisco. Hopefully going to get a grab on it. Insanities going to dribble. Nope, it's taken away by Banger Boy. Banger Boy's seen that play too many times out of Insanities. He knows how to defend. We're at 3.5 minutes in overtime now.
It's almost 2 games of Rocket League here. The tensions must be high for both teams.
Nova does not want to go quiet into that good night. Bags over to Banger Boy. Banger Boy will follow it up. He's going to try and send it to Bags, but no touch. Suck now sending it upfield. Cisco's going to try and be there to meet him. Doesn't have to. Neither person can really get a good feel on the ball. Pomado is actually double committing on this. Insanity's over to the corner. Banger Boy sending up midfield. This is going to go to Bags. Bags with the long shot, and it's over!
Oh, from half field, Bags snipes it all the way into the goal to finish up overtime. And we got the sweep that I thought we were going to get, even though Nova clung on as long as they could trying to come back.
So close, but so far. Bandits will be taking the sweep over the Nova. And now we'll have their first win as we are in week 2.
Is there a special funeral for astronauts?
I'm
Like,
pretty sure
you know,
that,
Vikings, they shoot the fire arrow into the boat and they burn. Like, do you just send them off into space or something?
yeah, you just become like a human missile and you're just shot into the sun. I'm pretty sure
Are we opening up Starbase Arc map and just shooting out the Novas?
There's still a little bit of time in the season. The Nova currently 0-2, the Bandits 1-2, and what a showing in that game number 3. Congratulations to the Bandits. The Nova, they hung on for dear life, and it just did not play out in the end.
And
Well-
all the games just super high scoring. Just both teams playing the offense of their lives.
Yeah, it was that if there was ever an offensive showcase to be seen, it was this series. But we've had enough of the Bandits and the Novas and the Cowboys in space. Coming up, we have game number 3 between the Ninjas and maybe the Knights' rebounding classic. Who knows if the Smooth Justice Baby D and Odin will be able to take on the powerhouse that is Mai Tai, Apple Pie Hunter, and Showstopper. Stay tuned with us in the next 5 minutes.